Welcome to Transit Talk. This is the Peace Dealer, and in this episode, we're going to talk about Mars and Scorpio. So as you know, Scorpio gets a pretty bad rap for being intense, dark, evil, and that's because it is. But in all seriousness, what that represents is harnessing such deep, passionate, dark energy in a lower dimension. It's not the easiest to do. Anyone with a Mars and Scorpio in their chart knows this at the core. What this transit is going to serve to do is help harness and develop the integrity of your actions. This has everything to do with purifying your sexual intention. However, before we get deep into all that sexual stuff, as the transit started, you may have found that it was just really hard to not be irritable. Believe it or not, this irritation is coming from imbalances of your sexual nature. The reason why Scorpio even rules sexuality or has to do with this energy is you can't truly be intimate with someone until you can be naked physically and spiritually. As you can see, the planet of aggression and war, being in a sign like this, can easily take things to extremes. Now, as you may have noticed, Mars is going to be transiting Scorpio for a while. It begins in January and it won't get out of Scorpio until July. However, it will take a break and leave Scorpio shortly during April before it retrogrades back into Scorpio. But even its motion in Sagittarius is still a part of the Scorpio transit. One aspect to keep in mind is the sextile that it'll be making to Pluto and Jupiter while also lightly trining Neptune. This is going to inspire you with much deeper introspection into the quality of sexual experiences you have and the nature of actions you take in order to foster a deeper sense of self-value and worth in yourself. Scorpio also rules other people's resources with that 8th house influence, so you will be tempted as far as how you can deal managing other people's stuff and how much you trust others around you. Theft is very highly possible at this time. So during March, like I said, it will leave Scorpio and enter Sagittarius. Right when it enters Sagittarius, so like I said earlier, Mars will leave Scorpio around March and enter Sagittarius for a brief period. It will immediately square Venus and a little bit of some planets in Aquarius before then, so this will challenge your own personal eccentricities with that deep inner core that does not want to move away from the true authenticity that you have. As it retrogrades soon enough, near the end of March and into April, you will find that the trine it makes to the Sun and to Mercury really inspire you towards great action. Please keep in mind, this break that it's taking in Sagittarius is literally giving you a breather from all that intense energy. Because when it retrogrades back, we're going to have to finish the core lessons that we've learned ever since Saturn was in Scorpio. So let's rewind, because Saturn in Scorpio really taught you how to build integrity with your sexuality. Is sex just a physical act to you, or do you acknowledge it as something that borders into the spiritual and something that has a lot to do with the soul you're developing? Mars in this position, especially as it retrogrades back into Scorpio, will test you heavily on how desperate you are for intimate encounters. And if you can stand firm in your own integrity and not just engage sexually with someone because you feel desperate, but because you feel that soul connection. It's not gonna stop me from getting busy, but yeah. The key to making it through Mars and Scorpio is to really fix your desire on what it is you truly want to accomplish, even if everything was taken from you, and channeling that energy in your interactions with people and in the goals you are planning to accomplish, so that you can literally open the doorway to new experiences for yourself. It is you ultimately keeping it real with yourself and others through your actions that will kind of key you into things you wouldn't necessarily have thought was even possible before if you just recklessly rushed into action. In conclusion, it's okay to feel a bit irritable and just not really like engaging with the outside world. Use this inner time and period you have for introspection to really sort out your desires and make sure they come from a truly deep, authentic place. Until next time.